Most people believe that nighttime is the safest part of the day, a time for rest, recovery, and healing. You close your eyes, drift into sleep, and trust that your body is repairing itself.
But as a brain doctor, I must warn you of a shocking truth.
For seniors over 65, the hours of sleep can actually be some of the riskiest.
Because hidden habits at night can silently raise your risk of stroke.
Behind the scenes, they strain your circulation, destabilize blood pressure.
Imagine this. A man in his late 60s eats a heavy dinner, has a glass of alcohol, smokes one last cigarette,
and then lies flat on his back to sleep. He feels relaxed, unaware.
In the middle of the night, he snores loudly. Oxygen levels fall.
By morning, he does not wake up the same. A stroke has struck silently.
The science is clear. Strokes do not happen by chance.
Sleeping in the wrong position, drinking alcohol late, all add invisible weight to your already vulnerable circulation.
In this video, I will reveal 5 common habits that raise stroke risk overnight.
Before we dive in, if you have not subscribed yet, hit that button.
Part 1. Sleeping position down. The silent circulation trap. One of the most overlooked nighttime habits is the way you sleep.
When you sleep on your stomach, the neck is often twisted at an unnatural angle for hours.
This twisting compresses blood vessels that supply oxygen to the brain. Over time, the restricted flow can increase the risk of clot formation.
Warning symptoms like morning headaches, blurred vision, or dizziness.
Sleeping flat on the back without proper pillow support also carries risks.
This position narrows the airway, worsens snoring, and increases the likelihood of sleep apnea. Each pause in breathing lowers oxygen levels in the blood. For seniors with already fragile arteries, these repeated oxygen drops can trigger strokes.
Another common mistake is sleeping with an arm under the head.
It compresses blood vessels and nerves in the shoulder and neck. Circulation is reduced, increasing the chance of transient ischemic attacks, often called mini-strokes.
Even the fetal position can become dangerous if held too long.
This posture compresses the chest and abdomen, limiting oxygen exchange. So what is the safest way to sleep? Experts recommend lying on your left side,
with proper pillow support for the head and knees.
This position promotes healthy circulation and keeps the airway open.
For those with sleep apnea, continuous positive airway pressure devices may be prescribed.
The way you sleep is not a small detail. It is a habit that affects circulation for 6 to 8 hours.
If this surprised you, wait until you hear about the next nighttime habit, smoking or drinking alcohol.
Part 2. Late night smoking or alcohol. The hidden triggers.
Many seniors believe that one last cigarette or a small drink helps them relax.
can set off a chain of reactions inside your body that dramatically raises your risk.
The first puff of nicotine causes blood vessels to constrict instantly.
This effect is even more pronounced at night. Nicotine forces it into a state of constant tension.
Point. This tightening can trigger blood clots that form during the night.
That is why many patients wake up with sudden weakness, without realizing that their bedtime cigarette played a role.
Now let us talk about alcohol. Alcohol is a powerful disruptor.
It causes irregular heart rhythms, particularly atrial fibrillation.
Alcohol also dilates blood vessels temporarily, followed by a rebound constriction.
Alcohol also interferes with the quality of sleep and increases the likelihood of sleep apnea.
Some people also combine smoking and alcohol, which multiplies the risk. The safer alternative is to stop alcohol consumption at least 4 to 6 hours before bedtime.
Choose a calming bedtime routine, practicing gentle stretching or deep breathing exercises.
If this surprised you, wait until you hear about the next habit, eating heavy meals late at night.
Part 3. Heavy late-night meals. Atimul, the hidden burden on your brain.
Eating a large dinner or late-night snack may seem harmless, even comforting.
But when you overload it, your digestive system, heart, and blood vessels are forced to work overtime.
When you eat a heavy meal close to bedtime, blood is diverted to the stomach to aid digestion.
This shift of circulation means less blood is available for the brain. In seniors with narrowed arteries, this reduction in brain circulation can be dangerous. It raises the likelihood of clot formation, which can trigger a stroke.
Another problem is the effect on blood pressure. High-salt meals cause fluid retention,
raising blood pressure just when it should be naturally lowering for rest. At night, this sudden elevation can lead to a hypertensive crisis.
Blood sugar also plays a role. Meals high in refined carbohydrates or sugar causes spikes.
These swings increase inflammation inside the arteries, making it easier for plaques to form.
For seniors with diabetes, this cycle can be even more dangerous. The body's internal clock is disrupted by late-night digestion, leading to poorer sleep quality.
So what can you do instead? The safer habit is to finish dinner at least 3 hours before bedtime.
Focusing on lighter, balanced meals with lean protein, vegetables, and whole grains.
If you feel hungry later, choose a small snack such as a banana or yogurt.
Drinking a glass of warm water can also soothe the stomach without straining the body.
By shifting your eating habits, you give your brain and heart the best chance to recharge safely.
If this surprised you, wait until you hear about the next nighttime danger, ignoring sleep apnea.
Part 4. Ignoring sleep apnea and snoring. The silent oxygen thief.
Snoring is often treated as nothing more than an annoyance.
But as a brain doctor, I must tell you that snoring can be a deadly warning sign.
A condition called sleep apnea. The muscles in the throat relax too much, collapsing and blocking the airway.
The brain senses the lack of oxygen and briefly wakes you up.
These episodes can occur dozens or even hundreds of times per night.
Each pause in breathing lowers oxygen levels in the blood, a condition called hypoxemia. For the brain, this means repeated attacks of oxygen starvation, like tiny strokes. The heart is forced to work harder, blood pressure spikes, and stress hormones flood the bloodstream. Over time, this damages the inner lining of blood vessels, making them stiffer.
Research has shown that people with untreated sleep apnea have up to twice the risk of stroke.
Many strokes occur in the early morning hours, exactly when apnea episodes are most severe. Studies have found that habitual snorers have more evidence of carotid artery narrowing. Symptoms to watch for include loud, chronic snoring, gasping, excessive daytime fatigue.
Many seniors assume fatigue are just part of aging, but often they are the direct result of sleep apnea.
The good news is that sleep apnea can be treated. Treatments such as CPAP machines,
oral appliances, or lifestyle changes can dramatically reduce risks. For some patients, simply changing the sleeping position to the side helps keep the airway open.
If you or someone you love snores loudly, take it seriously.
Getting tested and treated could save your life.
If this surprised you, wait until you hear about the next hidden danger: uncontrolled blood pressure at night. Part 5. Uncontrolled blood pressure at night. Note: the silent explosion.
Many seniors carefully check their blood pressure during the day, but rarely think about what happens at night.
Yet nighttime blood pressure is like a ticking time bomb.
What makes it so dangerous is that the damage happens silently.
Normally, it rises in the morning and drops at night to allow the heart to rest.
But in many older adults, the blood pressure does not dip at night. This is called non-dipping hypertension.
High blood pressure puts constant force on the delicate blood vessels in the brain.
At night, this pressure can cause small arteries to rupture, leading to hemorrhagic stroke.
If this surprised you, wait until you hear about the next hidden danger: uncontrolled blood pressure at night. Part 5. Uncontrolled blood pressure at night, the stiving, the silent explosion.
Many seniors carefully check their blood pressure during the day, but rarely think about what happens at night.
Yet nighttime blood pressure is like a ticking time bomb.
What makes it so dangerous is that the damage happens silently. Normally, it rises in the morning and drops at night to allow the heart to rest. But in many older adults, the blood pressure does not dip at night. This is called non-dipping hypertension.
High blood pressure puts constant force on the delicate blood vessels in the brain.
At night, this pressure can cause small arteries to rupture, leading to hemorrhagic stroke.
The brain has no pain sensors, so you cannot feel this damage.
By the time symptoms appear, the injury is already severe.
Several factors can worsen nighttime blood pressure: eating salty dinners, drinking alcohol late,
Smoking.
Stress hormones that should be low at night may remain elevated.
Some blood pressure medications taken in the morning wear off by nighttime.
Research shows that people with uncontrolled nighttime hypertension are twice as likely to suffer a stroke.
Even more concerning, many strokes occur between midnight and 6 in the morning.
So what can you do? First, ask your doctor about a 24-hour blood pressure monitor.
If your nighttime pressure is high, your doctor may adjust the timing of your medication.
Second, avoid late-night habits that raise blood pressure, such as salty foods, alcohol, or caffeine.
Third, create a calm bedtime routine that lowers stress hormones.
For seniors over 65, the hidden danger can be the difference between waking up healthy or a life-changing stroke.
If this surprised you, wait until you hear about the next section: safer bedtime habits.
Part 6. Safer bedtime habits. Don't. Protecting your brain while you sleep.
After learning about the dangerous nighttime habits, you might feel uneasy. But here is the reassuring truth.
Your body is resilient, and with just a few safe bedtime habits, you can dramatically lower your risk.
The goal is simple: reduce stress, keep blood pressure stable, and ensure steady oxygen.
The first step is to prepare your body for rest. Finish dinner at least 3 hours before bedtime.
And if you are hungry later, choose a light snack like a banana, a handful of nuts, or yogurt.
Drinking a glass of warm water before bed also helps keep your blood flowing smoothly.
Next, think about your sleeping position. The safest posture is lying on the left side. This keeps the airway open, eases pressure on the heart, and promotes healthy circulation. If you suffer from sleep apnea, using a CPAP machine can be life-saving.
Even simple adjustments, like elevating the head of your bed slightly, can reduce snoring.
Avoid stimulants or depressants before bed. That means no cigarettes, no alcohol.
Instead, create a bedtime routine that signals relaxation, gentle stretching, or reading.
A consistent sleep schedule helps regulate your body's natural rhythms.
One overlooked but important step is checking your blood pressure in the evening.
If your doctor has recommended evening medication, take it as prescribed.
Temperature also matters. Keep your bedroom comfortably cool.
Bathing late at night in very hot or cold water can shock your circulation. Choose lukewarm water.
Finally, share your concerns with your loved ones.
Fans?
Let them know the signs of stroke.
Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and the importance of calling emergency services. Education and awareness in the household can save precious minutes.
And adopting them tonight can protect your brain tomorrow morning.
If this surprised you, wait until you hear my final conclusion.
Conclusion.
We began this journey with a shocking truth. Nighttime can become the most dangerous. Silent habits like sleeping in harmful positions, eating heavy late-night meals,
These risks do not always announce themselves. They build in silence and then strike.
Education and awareness in the household can save precious minutes if a stroke does occur.
The truth is simple. Safer bedtime habits are within your control.
And adopting them tonight can protect your brain tomorrow morning.
If this surprised you, wait until you hear my final conclusion.
Conclusion. We began this journey with a shocking truth. Silent habits like sleeping in harmful positions, eating heavy late-night meals.
These risks do not always announce themselves. They build in silence and then strike.
But here is the part I want you to remember most. Stroke is not inevitable.
Your body still remembers how to heal and how to protect you if you give it the chance.
By making small but powerful changes, you can protect your brain and heart.
Go to bed on your left side. Keep dinners light. Avoid cigarettes.
Check your blood pressure, talk to your doctor, get tested and treated.
These are not small adjustments. They are life-saving steps.
As a South Asian female brain doctor, I have seen too many families devastated by strokes.
Patients who went to bed feeling well, but never woke up the same.
That is why I am sharing this message with urgency. Do not wait until it is too late.
Protect your nights, and you protect your future.
Now, I would love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing.
Let us support each other on this journey towards safer habits.
If you found this video valuable, comment 1. If not, comment 0.
And please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Your nights can either be a time of healing or a time of hidden danger. The choice is yours.
Make the changes today and give your brain and heart the peace they deserve every night.